Alright, so I told you guys I don't use oscillators in my trading, but I took it upon myself to just make you one. So hopefully the 9 things that I'm going to show you that it should do could help you get there. Alright, and if you don't know how to trade, please come here. There's tons of information. I will not do this to you. You'll learn how to read a plain chart with nothing on it. Alright, so education here, indication here. I just want to say that to you. Now, here are the 9 things that this indicator should be able to pull off. Again, it's an oscillator. I just want to tell you that it's an oscillator. Them gray, this is important, and the threshold validation. So primarily the first 4 things are important. It really is 2 if you ask me, but yeah, just take this in. Here we go. So the manipulation state, this is when it's gray. So it's sitting in between. You'll see why I broke it up like that. It's sitting in between here, all right? Sitting in between those 2 lines. That's before a break. Now it can be to either side. Right now, here's momentum, but it needs to be validated with the threshold. So you're outside the threshold. You're outside of it. All right. It should want to keep going in that direction. It should, but you would want to make sure that it's outside that threshold. Now, the green and bullish momentum continuation, I am not seeing that currently in frame. Let me scroll through this just a little bit. Cyan, blue. I don't want to kidnap this video too long trying to hunt it down. Let me see, can I find it down here? I did try to throw us a line in here. Now I got some yellow. I thought it would have made one since the line. I just threw a line up there, tried to. Here's the line. We got some yellow. I don't see a green or red. It'll show up eventually, I'm sure. The text, I needed to throw a line there, and then I just tried to wait for a long time to see if it'll show up. The dot, so we have a dot, all right, and the text, both of these, all right, so we're trying to find exhaustion and validation of that. Okay, so it came in kind of early here, but they did not want to turn around. I'm a trend trader, so just try to keep this in mind. I don't like reversal trading, but I'm gonna tell you how to maybe approach this to do that. You'll want to validate it with a higher bar, and preferably let's get them outside of the validation threshold and try to get them up. Now if you're looking to resume the trend, just don't let them cross the validation threshold from this side, and then just aim back down. All right, and there is a counting mechanism associated with this. All right, so I want to tell you that on 2 different levels there's a counting mechanism behind some of the text as well as the dot that you're seeing. There's some counting involved. You don't want to trade markets without being able to do that. All right, so a little fussy. You can see it's a little fussy. The last block that you had was bullish, so they can get flat. All right, they can get flat. They're not hitting the extremes. All right, so validation dot, reversal text. We talked about that. The tiers flow score. Now there's a scoring system for all of this. All right, and again, I just tried to find you like the green and the red green and red histogram bars. I couldn't find them, but we did see some yellow. We saw some blue, and of course, you're looking at of course, the trend aspect of it all. All right, so that's important. Again, this is a scoring system. All right, so you'll have to watch it. I cannot run the video the whole time. I'm got probably like another minute and a half, so hopefully they can do something spectacular here and see where we can get this to go. You had a trend from above, you have a trend from below. It can't be both. All right, and now they're back trending this way. So if they come up near the validation threshold, number 4, that may be an opportunity for you to fade the move, and then once it of course cross your threshold, just hold the move and allow it to go. I'm all about trend trading. All about trend trading. And so of course here we ran up, we got just above that validation threshold here. We got to see what it does. I mean, we see it's a trend in the backdrop. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They got 7 here in order to bring it back. Okay, now we got some yellow, we got some blue. They got 7 here, but they may want to give back. All right, so they kind of got right at that extreme, and then they wanted to begin to curl it back towards you. They did that here. They came right into that extreme, kind of based out for a bit, and just kept going. That's why it's important that they get above the validation threshold. If you don't believe it, just allow it to get above it, pull back and see can they come back up through there. And then of course from that point there you should be okay. And of course this is real time. You can cut it to it being, of course on calculated on bar close if you prefer. But if you want to allow them to kind of come back under there and then pick it up to see if they can get back above it, that may reduce your risk. This is my take on an oscillator. I'm gonna just compress this really quickly and then I must go. All right. I wish wish you all the best with your trading. Take care.